everyone and welcome back. I'm so excited for today's video because we are reacting to an incredible interview with Keke Palmer. She is so true inspiration, not just an entertainer, but someone who keeps it real about life, family and growth. Now I know Keke's story is going to give us some major life lessons. So grab your snack, sit in and let's talk about it together. And hey, if you love this kind of content, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe and leave me your thoughts in the comments below. Let's dive in.
And my mom told me later on, she said, I was so scared to go out there. I met your father when I was 19. We were together, ever since then. So to leave and be separated from him and go with you to another country, especially one as different as Montreal, Quebec, that's French speaking,
yes.
Totally.
Yes.
She said, I was so scared, but when I looked at you and I knew that you weren't afraid to do it, that made me say, well, I got to let this go. And so it's the same for me. I found so much strength in things that I never thought that I could overcome because, hey, I got to show up for my son. And so I think that is the beautiful superpower of parenthood.
Oh my goodness. Can we just take a second to appreciate Keke's mom and dad? Moving to Montreal for her career, even though her mom was terrified, that's love on a whole another level. It makes me think about how often we forget the sacrifices people make for us when we are pursuing our dreams. What stood out to me the most was her mom saying she found courage because Keke wasn't scared. It's like a reminder that sometimes we inspire others just by being brave ourselves. Have you ever had someone in your life doing something so selfless for you? Share it with me. I will love to hear your story.
How much are you like your parents?
I'm just like my parents. I think in every way. So my dad, he is super funny, likes to make jokes on himself, always like to be the life of the party, encouraging people. I think I love to be of service in that way. That's where my sense of humor comes from. I want to make people feel good. Especially in these times, I've leaned more in my humor in terms of the arts because I feel like that's what we need to laugh. My mom is very discipline. She's like, this is what you got to do. She's committed to what she said she's going to do. She's going to finish it the whole way through. Also very dramatic, honey. I will give you a scene, whether I'm on stage or off stage. So I feel like I'm a lot like them. I don't know if I'm actually that different from them. I feel like I really am like them, just in another, age group, genre.
Right.
Okay, I have to say, I love this part. Her parents always showed up as a team, even if they don't always agree behind the scenes. That kind of unity is so rare, and it's clear that shape how Keke sees relationships and teamwork.
Be like, well, dad said, or well, mom actually, why is she so mean to you? They would never break, ever, ever, ever. And so that I really admire. And it showed me what it was like, to have.
It's funny how, as a kid, we think it's annoying. Like when Keke says she envied her friends with 2 birthday parties. But later she realized how priceless that stability is. It gets me thinking, what lesson do your family teach you that you only appreciate when you get older? Let's talk about it.
Your life would have been had you not had the parents that you had?
If my parents didn't uproot their lives and move, drive 4 days and 3 nights to California to help me to pursue my dreams, I don't know. And the funny thing about it is, I don't know many parents that would do that. That was just their particular path.
Right.
And I think even if we take the dramatics out of that exact trip and this exact thing to be Keke Palmer, my parents ultimately what they did was show me that I had a choice.
Right.
And I would like to believe that even if I didn't become an entertainer, if I just stayed in Chicago, we stayed in Illinois, whatever we did, they were going to show me in multiple ways that I had options because that was something that they didn't have. And I think that's also something that I learned and realized because there was a time period when I was a teenager and I was being exposed to so much that they allowed me to be exposed to that separated us for a minute. And I kind of did that thing that you do when you're young. You're like, my parents just don't get it. They just don't understand. But I am who my parents would have been had they had the opportunities that they gave me.
This hurts me so hard. Losing out something you really want is such a tough pill to swallow, right? But the way Keke's mom framed it, you wasn't ready, and that's okay. This honestly such a healthy mindset.
And that's something that my mom has always told me, is that timing is everything. You just weren't ready. And that's okay. You know, it's kind of like what we say today, like, let me cook.
Yeah.
I had to keep cooking.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
I need, you know, and I think that's the thing is like, you have so many good experiences up until, you know, I got barbershop too. And then I think I got like a little, you know, a picture thing, you know, for Scholastic or whatever. Right. And I was booking stuff and I was feeling good. But there are always those things that happen to let you know, like, there's still other levels you got to grow through and learn from. And in order to do that, you actually got to lose some to win some. Right. And yeah, that's what I remember that already there. Yeah. But then it's funny because I ended up doing a few years later. Right. I ended up doing the long shots. And it's a funny story with the long shots that I did with Ice Cube is originally they gave me the part right out. And then Fred Durst became the director. And all of a sudden they gave us a call. Have been working on this movie for a year. They were talking about this movie with me and him. And he was like, I don't want her. And I was like, dang, that's crazy. Like how quickly they can just move you off of a movie. So I was just like, you know, I was kind of down about it. And then like maybe 5 months passed. They said, it's not working out with the girl. We need Keke. And I was like, this is crazy. But again, it's one of those moments where what's for you is for you.
It's easy to take failure personally, but sometimes it's just about timing and growth. Her story about eventually landing the long shot with Ice Cube proved that what meant for you while find its way to you. Have you ever had a moment where sometimes it didn't work out, but later on you realize it was the best? Tell me in the comments. I want to know about your story.
Because like you said, you got to take some L's in order to get the majority of the wins.
That's right.
Did you ever become disillusioned? Did you ever like, damn, maybe this ain't for me?
Oh yeah. I definitely have. I remember after I did True Jackson VP, my TV show, I was about 17, 18. Like that 17, 18, 19, it was really hard because you're kind of too old for the kid roles, kind of, but then you're also too young for the old. Exactly. And I remember having a conversation with my mom, and I was just like, man, this is tough. I don't know how I'm going to transition this over. Like, I don't know how I'm going to move past this. And she said, well, you know, we can end this now. You can take the money that you have. You can go to college, study something that you feel, you know, you're excited about, or you can push through this. Right. You know, you can push through this period and get to the other side in your career. So it's really the conversation of stay a career person or go to school and try to really start something new maybe, or take a pause. And I stuck with my career. I think I found a lot of freedom in the digital era, you know, producing my own content, you know, shout outs to people like King Batch who really helped me in that era as well, like learning how to use it and to my benefit, tell my stories. But it was a really tough period. And what it is you just don't know what to do. Right. You don't know where to go, what to turn, because you're kind of creating your own blueprint. And I was desperately not trying to be stuck in the same traditional system that really didn't always have a place for me.
Wow, this part was so real. Can you imagine being stuck in that awkward between phase? Too old for kids' role, but quite ready for adult ones? That must have been so frustrating. What I admire most is how she didn't give up. Instead, she embraced change and found freedom by creating her own content during the digital era. It is such a reminder that sometimes we have to crave our own way of path when the traditional one doesn't work for us. Have you ever felt stuck like this in life? How did you push through it?
But once you got into the movie, the television, and things like that, Was there ever really a thought of being anything else? I know your mom said, well, babe, you can stop here and transition and go and do the collegiate thing and then be a career person, or you can continue on. But it would be hard for me to believe that, because like once I started playing football was it. It wasn't nothing else that even entered my thought.
Yeah.
So did it even enter your thought that you could be something else other than what you were, the track you were on?
No, I didn't. But you know what's so funny is, like, at the bottom of it, there is always something that is bigger than what it is on the surface. Like, I love entertainment, but really I feel like I'm a social scientist. I like people.
Yes.
I'm curious of people. I like to tell stories of humanity. I feel like we all are so alone here, and I like to talk about the fact that we never want to talk about it, even though that's the one thing we could relate on and create a community out of.
Right.
And so you have to have enough experiences to have the clarity around. So that's why I love this.
Wow, this gives me chills. Keke says she's not just an entertainer, she is a storyteller, a connector of people. That's so powerful. It's a reminder that our work often has a deeper purpose, even though we don't realize it right away. For me, creating videos is not just a reaction. It's about connecting with you, sharing stories, and growing together. What about you? What is the deeper reason behind what you do? I would love to hear about your thoughts, because this is the kind of conversation I live for. What was your favorite part of the interview? Or was there something she said that resonates with you on a deeper level? Let's chat in the comments. I will link in the description the whole interview. And if you did enjoy this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss another reaction. Thank you so much for watching, and until the next time, remember, keep growing, keep learning, and keep being amazing. Bye for now.